Hey, my love people! I am Kiara. Welcome back to English Tea, where the conversations are always fun, the English is always fresh, and the tea always hot.
Hey, I'm Chase, and I am so ready for today's episode. Spirit Airlines is gone, Kiara. They shut down. I need a moment.
Chase, are you seriously grieving Spirit Airlines right now? The airline where the seats didn't recline, the snacks cost $12, and the plane sounded like it was held together with duct tape and prayers?
Yes, because Kiara, that was my very first flight ever. I was 19 years old, I had a window seat, I looked out that window and I saw the clouds, and I was so excited I nearly cried at takeoff. I didn't care about the legroom. I didn't care that the tray table was wobbly. I didn't care that it sounded like the engine was held together with hope. I was flying. It was Spirit Airlines, and it was magical.
You nearly cried at takeoff on Spirit. Chase, the seat didn't recline at all. The legroom was basically zero, the tray table was wobbly, the snacks cost $12, and the plane made a noise I can only describe as concerning.
The seat didn't recline because, the seat didn't recline. I'm not going to argue that. But Kiara, it got me there. It got me there.
Where? To therapy?
To Miami for $39. And yes, fine, the snacks cost $12 and the tray table fell on my knee and I had basically zero legroom and the plane made a sound I can only describe as hopeful, but I was in the sky, Kiara, the sky. I was airborne.
Case, the seat didn't recline because it was broken. That is not charm. That is not a vibe. That is a safety hazard.
It was a feature. It was a whole vibe. The seat was spiritually upright.
Okay, fine. I respect the love, I genuinely do. A broken seat with zero legroom and $12 snacks changed this man's life, and I think that's beautiful. Now, in honor of the dearly departed Spirit Airlines, let's talk about flying today. We're going to teach our listeners all the key phrases they need to survive any airport, any airline.
Love that. Okay, let's do this.
All right, your journey begins before you even get to the airport. First, you can check in online. So you'd say, can I check in online? Most airlines let you do it 24 hours before your flight.
Right, and that means, do I need to print my boarding pass?
Great phrase. Most airports accept it right on your phone. Your boarding pass is the document, digital or paper, that proves you're allowed on the plane. So you arrive at the airport, go to the check-in counter, and say, I'd like to check in for my flight. Simple, polite, essential.
I'd like to check in for my flight. Got it. And then they ask about bags.
Yes, you'd say, I have one carry-on and one checked bag. A carry-on is the small bag you bring on the plane. A checked bag is the bigger suitcase you hand over and pick up at the other end.
I have one carry-on and one checked bag. What if my bag is too heavy?
Ask, what's the baggage weight limit? Usually it's around 23 kilos for economy. If you're over, you'd have to say, my bag is overweight, and they charge you a fee.
On Spirit, just saying the word bag out loud costs you $40. You didn't even need to have a bag. Just saying it, $40.
At check-in, you also pick your seat. You might say, I'd like a window seat, please. Window seat, you're by the window, you see the clouds.
I'd like a window seat, please. Always. But what if they say no?
Then ask, can I get an aisle seat instead? The aisle seat is next to the walkway, easier to get up and move around.
Can I get an aisle seat instead? Noted. Can I also upgrade?
You can say, I'd like to upgrade my seat to move to business or first class. And always ask, is my flight on time? Good to know before you're stuck at the gate for hours. Okay, you've checked in, bags are dropped, boarding pass in hand. Now comes security. At security, you'll hear, please remove your shoes, and take off your belt and jewelry. Anything metal has to come off. Then, place your items in the tray, that flat plastic bin that goes through the X-ray machine, and step through the scanner. If you have liquids in your bag, they'll ask, do you have any liquids? Because liquids over 100 milliliters aren't allowed through security.
Do you have any liquids? Good to know. What about my laptop?
Ask, can I keep my laptop in my bag? Usually they want it out in its own tray.
Can I keep my laptop in my bag? Got it. What if the alarm goes off?
They might ask, is this your bag? Or say, we need to do a secondary screening, a more careful check. Sounds scary, but it's routine. You might hear you've been selected for a random check, and please spread your arms. Just hold your arms out while they scan you. Very routine.
Please spread your arms. Got it. I've survived security. Now I'm at the gate.
The gate is where you wait for your specific flight. You'll hear, please have your ID ready. Always have your passport out before anyone asks.
Please have your ID ready. Yes. And your gate has changed. That one sends people into a full sprint.
Your gate is changed starts a stampede, and the one nobody wants, the flight is delayed, meaning it's not leaving on time. And finally, boarding begins. Now boarding group 2. They board in sections so it's not total chaos. When it's your group, someone says, may I see your boarding pass?
May I see your boarding pass? And I hand it over and feel very official.
You might hear, this is a full flight, or we are now boarding all passengers. And if you're late, final boarding call. That means hurry up, they're closing the door. One more gate phrase. If your carry-on is too big, they'll ask, would you like to check your carry-on? Store it below in the luggage hold. Sometimes it's free at the gate.
Would you like to check your carry-on? Smart. Okay, now I'm on the plane and I have the middle seat, the worst.
The flight attendants start the safety demo. First thing, please fasten your seatbelt. To fasten means click it shut and make sure it's secure.
On Spirit, please fasten your seatbelt would have been a $5 add-on. The seatbelt itself, free. The act of fastening it, $5.
They'll also say, please turn off all electronic devices, phones and tablets on airplane mode before takeoff. Once you're in the air, flight attendants come around. They'll ask, would you like anything to drink? Just tell them what you want. Water, juice, coffee.
On Spirit, would you like anything to drink was less of an offer and more of a warning. The answer was yes, but can you afford it? Would you like anything to drink? Always yes. Can I also ask for a blanket? Planes are freezing.
Say, can I have a blanket? And if you need help, press the call button. You might hear, the flight attendant will come around shortly. Shortly means in a little while.
On Spirit, a blanket would have cost you $15, and it was a paper towel, a single paper towel.
To get past someone to the bathroom, say, excuse me, can I get past? They move, everyone survives. Very normal.
Excuse me, can I get past? Perfect. What about turbulence?
Turbulence is when the plane shakes, caused by air currents and almost always safe. The captain will say, we are experiencing some turbulence, and the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Go back to your seat and buckle up.
On Spirit, we are experiencing some turbulence was basically the standard greeting. Before they even said hello, just turbulence. Welcome aboard.
Before landing, they'll say, please return your seat to the upright position. During takeoff and landing, seats have to be straight up, not reclined.
On Spirit, this announcement was completely unnecessary. The seat was already in the upright position. It had never reclined, not once, in its entire life. Permanently, spiritually upright.
And you'll hear, we will be landing in approximately 30 minutes. Approximately means about, roughly, good word to know. After landing, please remain seated until the seatbelt sign has been turned off. Don't jump up the second the wheels hit the ground. Wait for the sign. You'll also hear, welcome to Miami, and please collect all your belongings before leaving the aircraft. Belongings means everything, bags, jacket, phone.
Please collect all your belongings. Then, baggage claim.
Baggage claim is where you wait for your checked bag on a big moving belt. Ask, where is the baggage carousel? That's the oval-shaped belt your bags come around on.
Where is the baggage carousel? And what if my bag doesn't show up?
Go to the airline's help desk and say, my bag didn't make it. If it's damaged, my luggage is damaged. If it's lost, I need to file a lost baggage claim.
On Spirit specifically, it was more like my bag didn't make it, my money didn't make it, my spirit didn't make it. Everything just didn't make it.
Before baggage claim, some countries have customs. An officer might ask, do you have anything to declare? Are you bringing food, large sums of money, or restricted items? Usually the answer is no. Finally, out of the airport, you might ask, is there a shuttle to the hotel? A shared bus between the airport and hotels? Or, where can I catch a taxi? Chase, we've covered everything from check-in to catching a taxi. How are you feeling?
I feel ready. I'd like to check in. Please fasten your seatbelt. We are experiencing some turbulence. Where can I catch a taxi? I know all of these. I am ready.
You are ready. Quick recap. I'd like to check in for my flight. What's the baggage weight limit? May I see your boarding pass? We are experiencing some turbulence, and I need to file a lost baggage claim. Write those down.
Our listeners, you are now officially more prepared for air travel than Chase was on his first flight. You're flying. Rest in peace, Spirit. You were chaos, you were beauty, and I'll never forget you. Window seat and all.
I hope you guys enjoyed your tea today. Please like and subscribe. We love you, and we'll be back soon with another episode. Till then, keep sipping.